Hello, I'm Dawn Sherry, Vice President of Clinical Services.
And I'm Tom O'Neill, Vice President of Program Development. We're so glad you've joined us to learn about our center's in-person visitation process for your loved ones. We're delighted to tell you that we're now able to welcome you back for general visitations with your loved one. Our admissions staff are standing by to assist you with scheduling your appointment.
That's right, Tom. The state of Georgia has determined that the public response to COVID-19 has progressed to the point where long-term care centers can now be reopened to visitors under carefully controlled guidelines to ensure the continued well-being of our residents. If you would like to visit with your loved one, it's vitally important that we carefully comply with these guidelines, both to protect the residents and to ensure no new cases emerge, a circumstance that would force us to once again close general visitation until we are free of new cases for at least 14 days.
And the center must have sufficient staff to support the management of our visitors, adequate personal protective equipment, cleaning and disinfecting supplies, and adequate capacity at referral hospitals for the outdoor visitations at this center. Our highest priority is the safety and well-being of our residents, and we know that your visits with them are important to their health and happiness. We'll continue screening residents and each approved and scheduled visitor as they enter the center. We'll also continue testing staff weekly. We'd like to take a few moments to review the recommendations of the Governor's Task Force, who's outlined the general visitations and how often loved ones can visit and the rules each must follow.
To summarize, in our Georgia centers at this time, general visitations have been approved for our residents. A resident may have as many general visitors as they wish, but each must be identified and listed with the resident's approval. General visitors can be of any age, but must be able to adhere to the center's personal protective equipment guidelines and remain a minimum of 6 feet from the resident during the visit. These individuals will be allowed to visit the resident up to 2 at a time for 20 minutes in a designated supervised outdoor area. On arrival to the center, visitors will undergo a COVID-19 pre-screening to ensure that no one enters with a fever or other condition that could create a possible risk to our residents. This will include temperature checks, questions about symptoms, any potential exposure, and observation about any signs or symptoms the visitor may be experiencing or may have experienced in the past 14 days.
Visitation shall be by appointment only and will be conducted in designated areas. If you'd like to schedule a visit reservation, please call the center's admissions office and they can assist you with selecting the next available date and time for your visit. When scheduling the visit reservation, they will ask you for the resident's name, your first and last name, your email or cell phone number, the date and time for your visit, and the type of visitation. You should expect a reminder phone call or text or email 24 hours before your visit as a reminder. You can call to set your appointment anytime between the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday with center supervision. Scheduled visitors should plan to arrive 15 minutes prior to your appointment, which will allow for proper screening and education before your 45-minute visit. Visitors must ensure social distancing at all times and demonstrate proper hand hygiene.
As a reminder, for general visitations, the resident may have no more than 2 pre-screened visitors per visit at any one time, and because of the anticipated large volume of visitors, each visit shall not exceed 20 minutes. To maintain the safest environment, all residents and visitors must wear a face mask throughout the time you are in the center. If someone is unwilling or unable to meet this requirement, they should not plan to come into the center, and all visitors shall participate in education of the center's infection prevention and control policies, along with return demonstration of proper hand hygiene and acknowledge understanding and adherence to the center's protocols. Unfortunately, to ensure our visitors, residents, and center staff are safe, we may need to deny access of a visitor for non-compliance with center infection prevention and control requirements until such time as the visitor is compliant with infection control protocols.
Please be advised that the Governor's visitation orders of Georgia centers must remain COVID-free for the minimum of 14 days before your scheduled visit. If a new positive COVID-19 case is discovered, you will receive a call from the center informing you of a scheduled date change for your visit until the center has once again been free of COVID-19 cases for at least 14 days.
Because this is a fluid situation, we ask for your patience and understanding as we work together to reunite you with your loved one.
Our center's website will be updated within 24 hours to notify you of our last positive COVID-19 test result. So please check our website daily. The website address is at the bottom of your screen with our main phone number to call to book your reservation or to ask questions about your visitation status. We know some of these requirements will present a challenge, but they're necessary to protect the loved ones under our care.
We appreciate your cooperation in complying with the state's requirements for visitation. Our residents, staff, and management are thrilled to welcome you back.